the Raptor Field, folks. It's that fun Monday night game. We're going to see what these are like tonight. Thank you all who are joining us. Your concession stands are open. You can go ahead and hit concessions for anything you like, including on this warm night, those Ruby Jewel ice cream treats went over well yesterday, and we're well stocked tonight. Get your Ruby Jewel ice cream at the main concession area. Would love to welcome all of you ticket holders who are here from the Race for the Warmth last fall. Those of you that took part in Clark Public Utilities Race for the Warmth received a ticket for tonight. Thank you for being with us tonight. Fans, don't forget to stop by your merchandise store right there by the main gate, that beautiful burgundy store. Lots of items down there, new apparel, lots of other items for you to choose from. Do your Christmas shopping early while the selection is large. Raptors merchandise that never goes out of style. Hello, Raptor fans. This is Sean Guard, your stadium announcer. Welcome to Raptor Field. Today, the Raptors welcome the Redmond Dudes to the stadium. Fans, let's give the Dudes a big Ridgefield welcome. Soon to be meeting at home plate are our umpires, as assigned by the Evergreen Baseball Umpires Association tonight. At home plate this evening will be Dave Ratliff. The base umpire tonight is Joel Thompson. Here are your lineups for tonight's game. Starting first with the Redmond Dudes. Batting first, wearing number 4, Clint Flippo. Batting second, wearing number 2, Austin Paul. Batting third, wearing number 31, Nick Banez. Batting fourth, wearing number 38, Chandler Tupou. Batting fifth, wearing number 46, Chris Woodside. Batting sixth, wearing number 45, Mason Gronwald. Batting seventh, wearing number 50, Nick Prater. Batting eighth, wearing number 20, Alex Grebe. Batting ninth, wearing number 23, Nanawe Nall. Starting pitcher tonight for the Dudes is number 42, Taj Arona. Head coach for the Dudes is Colin McBride. And now, fans, here are the starting lineup for your Ridgefield Raptors. First, let's bring out Rally the Raptor. Your bad boy this evening is 8-year-old Jason Bowe, sponsored by Holt Homes. Next, we'd like to bring out your coaches. The head coach of the Raptors, Chris Coda. Assistant coach, Nick Allen. Pitching coach is Tyler Raskin. Your Raptors starting lineup. Batting first, wearing number 14, the second baseman from the University of Portland, Jake Sukata. Batting second, wearing number 1, activated today, he's your shortstop, fresh from Pepperdine, Julian Nunez. Batting third, wearing number 34, your first baseman from the University of Portland, also activated today, Tristan Gomes. Batting fourth, wearing number 40, your designated hitter from Utah Valley, 4-year Raptor, Isaac Lovings. Batting fifth, wearing number 26, playing third base from Willamette University, Jeff Hoffman. Batting sixth, wearing number 6, your catcher this evening from Fresno State, Justin Stransky. Batting seventh, wearing number 13, starting in center field from LA Valley College, Royce Clayton Jr. Batting eighth, wearing number 5, starting in left field from San Diego Christian College, Spencer Siegel. And batting ninth, wearing number 16, starting over in right field from Golden West College, Jack Salmon. The Raptors starting pitcher tonight, number 48 from Linfield College, Casey Strickmeyer. And now, fans, please stand, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the American flag over the left field deck, and join Audrey Brazier as she sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, what so proudly we hailed
Well done, Audrey. Thank you very much for sharing your rendition of our national anthem. Fans, your Raptors are out there on the field. Let's give them a big hand to get them started. Fans, please be aware that a ball or bat could leave the playing field at any time.
It is a blustery evening in Ridgefield as the Redmond Dudes are in town to play a non-league game against the Ridgefield Raptors. Hunter Shoemake welcoming you to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex as we get set here on a rare Monday game. From the Rorick, the man on the hill for Ridgefield will be Casey Struckmeyer, the right-handed pitcher just completed his freshman year at Linfield College. During that time going 40 2/3 innings, having an ERA of 3.32. 25 punch-outs through those 40 2/3 innings for the man on the hill. His defense behind him, Jeff Hoffman at third, Julian Nunez freshly activated at short, Jake Sakata at second, Tristan Gomes will be at first, also recently activated, just like Nunez. Completely different infield today for Chris Cota. In the outfield, Spencer Siegel getting his first start in left. Royce Clayton Jr., we saw him earlier in the year getting a start in center field, and Jack Salmon will be in right. Catching will be Justin Stransky. The Redmond Dudes lineup leading off will be the shortstop Clint Flippo, the second baseman Austin Paul batting third and playing third base, Nick Banez batting cleanup, the first baseman Chandler Tupou. Behind him, the catcher Chris Woodside, Max Gromwald behind him, playing left field, the DH Nick Prater. In the seventh hole, Alex Greb behind him in right field, and center field Nainoa Nall to round out the starting order for the Redmond Dudes. As we get set here again on a rare Monday game from the Rorick. As Clint Flippo gets set and digs in the right-hander. Casey Struckmeyer, good to see him on the hill, getting his first start for the Raptors. And the first pitch swung quickly to Jeff Hoffman at third. Over to first, one pitch and one out for Casey Struckmeyer and the Raptors. Struckmeyer, the right-hander, retiring 1-on-1 pitch. Now bring up Austin Paul, second in the position in the order for Redmond. And Paul, first pitch he takes is a strike, looking like a fastball from Struckmeyer. Count 0-1 to Paul. That pitch missing low, 1-1 to the Redmond native, Austin Paul. One pitch. For strike two, 1-2, Dave Ratliff, the man behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes this evening from the Rorick. Joel Thompson will be on the bases, and the 1-2 to Paul. And Paul takes a breaking ball, sliding to his right with Stransky. 2-2 the count. But for Ridgefield in this contest, coming off the Corvallis series, looking to experiment a little bit here this evening. And the 2-2, that's sent down the first baseline, going foul, and we'll do it again. First Struckmeyer at Linfield, his record of 2-3. This is the 2-2. And there's a high strike on the fastball, 3-2 to Austin Paul. Here early in this contest, the payoff pitch to Paul. Paul takes ball four upstairs. And a one-out walk for Austin Paul. To bring up Chandler Tupou. Check that, Nick Banez, the third baseman. Batting third in the order for Colin McBride, the skipper. Nice breaking ball for strike one to Nick Banez. Again, Ridgefield looking to right the ship after dropping 3 to Corvallis the past 3 days. And the 0-1. Like a fastball. 0-2, quickly ahead in the count. Casey Struckmeyer for Ridgefield moving forward in this contest. 3 arms available in the pen. With one away, Austin Paul at first. Count 0-2 to Banez. A high fastball, nice pick by Stransky to keep Austin Paul at first. But a nice evening here from the Rourke. Just heavy winds that have persisted the past couple days, but clear skies from Ridgefield. And Banya is able to stay alive, the third baseman. 1-2 here in the first inning of a rare Monday game from the Rourke. Count 1-2 to Banez. Banez has a breaking ball inside. One away. Austin Paul at first. 2-2 to Banez. Back pick from Stransky, but safe. Austin Paul is able to scamper back. But the count will be full. Paul already has a leadoff walk. He's at first. With a payoff pitch coming in. And Banez gets rung up for the first strikeout by Casey Struckmeyer. Caught looking for the second out to bring up Chandler Tupou. Tupou takes strike one from Struckmeyer. Through the season, 3 for 5 in the young season for Redmond. Tupou has Paul at first with 2 outs. And the 0-1 runner goes. Stransky the throw. It's a good one. And they got him. Austin Paul caught stealing, trying to make the jump to second position, but thrown out. Nice throw by Justin Stransky. We're heading to the bottom of the first. Ridgefield grabbing their bats for the first time when we return.
Fans, we're going to let you be watching for a couple, 3 promotions out there throughout the game.
At Dick Hanna Dealerships, a lot has changed during our 70-plus years in the car business. But we're most proud of what hasn't changed. We're still local, still family-owned, and driven by our core values like honesty, loyalty, and dedication to our customers. We're also proud to support the communities that our hardworking employees live in. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
And now we'll take a look at Taj Arona, the man getting the start on the bump for Redmond. He will have the start. Arona does, and the defense behind him. Nick Banez will be at third. Clint Flippo will be at short. Austin Paul at second. Chandler Tupou at first. Behind the dish, Chris Woodside to catch for Arona. Miss Grunwald in left. Noah Nall in center, and Alex Greb will be in right. And now the starting order for Ridgefield, leading off Jake Sakata, Julian Nunez behind him, activated recently today. Also with Tristan Gomes behind him, batting third. Isaac Lovings batting cleanup. Jeff Hoffman behind him. Justin Stransky will be catching, batting sixth. Royce Clayton Jr. in center field. Spencer Siegel and Jack Salmon to round out the order for the Ridgefield Raptors. Here in the bottom of the first, it will be Sakata. And Sakata yesterday, a wizard getting on base. He went 2 for 2, but also 5 walks. 3 walks to get on base 5 times. Impressive stuff from Sakata. Had the number of the Corvallis pitchers yesterday. Sakata lefty leading off. Takes a fastball outside the first pitch from Arona. 4-1. Count 1-0. Sakata. And then he takes strike one. 1-1 the count to the leadoff hitter for Ridgefield here in a non-league game against the Redmond Dudes. The 1-1 pitch to Sakata. Sakata, fastball upstairs, moving in from third. Banez to make the play. Will he? And he does in foul territory in front of the third base dugout for the first out. I'll bring up Julian Nunez. We mentioned it in the top of the first, but the different lineup today for Chris Cota. In the second and third position, two guys showing up and getting activated today. We'll see Nunez for the first time this season. And the right-hander takes a strike on the fastball. Nunez getting the start at short today. 0-1 to Nunez. Swung on. Will it be a base hit? It does. Get right over the glove of Flippo at short. And rounding first, going to second for some extras. The ball at the wall. And a stand-up double for the first AB of the year for Julian Nunez. And that's a way to start off your season for number one. So with a one-out double by Julian Nunez, bring up Tristan Gomes.
Now at the plate is number 34, your first baseman tonight from the University of Portland.
Gomes just completed his junior year at Portland.
Tristan Gomes.
First pitch to Gomes. Inside to the lefty. This past year at Portland for Gomes, hitting at 2.28 on the year. But he has Nunez at second in scoring position. That one's a line drive up the middle. Past the shortstop Flippo and rounding third to come home. Nunez will be there. And sliding into second to drive in the run. Tristan Gomes and Nunez comes around to score for the first run. The two boys activated today, two doubles. And Tristan driving in the first run of this contest. Ridgefield up early. Now bring up Isaac Lovings with two back-to-back doubles by Ridgefield. With one away. Lovings takes a ball inside. 1-0. The man who's been with Ridgefield for 4 years. Going to be playing his 6th year of collegiate baseball this coming season at Utah Valley. Count 1-0. Lovings, opposite field, going back. It's grabbed at the track. Is it gone? And it is. Hello, here from Ridgefield. Isaac Lovings, the two-run shot. And Ridgefield here in the bottom of the first, up by 3. And Isaac Lovings, the two-run shot here in the bottom of the first with one out. Now bring up Jeff Hoffman. Hoffman takes fastball. An errant pitch by Taj Arona. One and 0 after the fireworks by Loving to Hoffman. Fouls it off for strike one. But the past 3 batters to come up for Ridgefield have come around to score. 2 doubles and a home run through 4 batters for Ridgefield. And there's ball 2 to Jeff Hoffman. And 1 away. 2-1. Ridgefield up early here from the Rourke. Hoffman takes strike 2, even now the count, with Justin Stransky on deck and Royce Clayton Jr. in the hole for Chris Cota and Ridgefield. That one's lined through the gap, just past the third baseman Banez for a base hit for Jeff Hoffman. Three consecutive hits for Ridgefield to bring up Justin Stransky. And Ridgefield cooking here early in a non-league game against the Redmond Dudes. Couple signs being ushered by Chris Cota from third base. One away. Stransky takes strike one. Now has Hoffman at first. Stransky quickly down the count, 0-2. Stransky, the man from Fresno State. Saw him early against Corvallis, going 2 for 4 in the 0-2. Takes ball one outside. With Ridgefield up here early against the Redmond Dudes in the non-conference game. Stransky at a 1-2 count. Stransky fouls it off to stay alive, the fastball. But once again, nice evening here from Ridgefield. The past couple nights have been nice, just a heavy wind. As soon as the sun drops, it cools off quite a bit here from the Rourke. But the 1-2. Outside is Hoffman still at first for Ridgefield. Royce Clayton Jr. on deck for Ridgefield. Count 2-2. There's ball 3. Hoffman, he gets back. It'll be a full count to the catcher, Justin Stransky.
Let's put your hands together for him.
Payoff pitch, Stransky, and that will be a base hit in the left field just past the mid of Flippo. And what a start for Ridgefield. Nunez, Gomes, 2 doubles. Loving's a home run, 2 back-to-back base hits by Hoffman and Stransky. And now an early visit to the mound from the first base dugout for Redmond. Taj Arona got the start today. And already a different lineup compared to the past couple games. Working here early for Ridgefield. Both Julian Nunez and Tristan Gomes getting activated today for Ridgefield. Coming around to score with 2 doubles. But Taj Arona will remain on the bump. Already 5 hits for Ridgefield. Here in the bottom of the first with 1 out. To bring up Royce Clayton Jr. Clayton Jr. got the start on opening day against Cowlitz. He has 2 aboard. Breaking ball, missing high, 1-0. And takes a fastball strike to even the count at 1. Spencer Siegel on deck for Ridgefield here on the rare Monday game from the Rourke. Clayton Jr. swinging a miss on the fastball, 1-2. 5 pass batters for Ridgefield getting the board with hits. 1-2. Clayton Jr., this might be 2. Sent to Flippo at short, likes to go to first, but beating it out is Royce Clayton Jr. to load up the bases. So an infield single by Royce Clayton Jr. To start this game, Sakata flew out. Then 3 consecutive extra base hits highlighted by Isaac Loving's home run. To follow the home run, 3 consecutive singles by Hoffman, Stransky, and Clayton Jr. With only 1 out here in the first inning for Spencer Siegel. Takes ball 1. Siegel in the 8-hole. Ball 1 fouled off. 1-1 the count. On deck, Jack Salmon at the bottom of the order. Siegel sends one foul. 4 strike 2. An electric start for Ridgefield early here. A non-league game against the Redmond Dudes. 1-2 the count. 2 Siegel. Siegel fouls it off down the first base side. The winds have calmed down earlier this afternoon. Some of the strongest winds, even stronger than last night, which had sustained winds. I should say afternoon. Yesterday's afternoon game. The count 1-2. 2 Siegel. Siegel reaching for the fastball to strike out for the second out. And I'll bring up Jack Salmon at the bottom of the order. 6 hits for Ridgefield here in the first inning. Salmon with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Ridgefield by 3. Salmon left field. Grunwald to make the catch on the first pitch. And Jack Salmon is retired, and the side is retired, but not before Ridgefield. They get 3 runs. We're heading to the second. The Raptors up.
Ridgefield Raptors are back. The best summer affordable family entertainment in Southwest Washington. Come see College Woodbat Baseball in Ridgefield this summer. Bring your family or group to a game and enjoy a spectacular setting in Southwest Washington. Go to ridgefieldraptors.com for schedule and ticket information.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please. Gotcha. But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, less wide tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with less wide tires. Thing since 1952.
Back at the Rourke, through 1. Chandler Tupou to lead things off. Casey Struckmeyer remains on the hill. And the 1-0 to Tupou. Tupou down the first base line, but a foul ball. And 1-1 the count. Chandler Tupou leading off as the Redmond Dudes find themselves trailing early here at the Rourke. Takes ball 2, 2-1. An exciting start for Ridgefield. Getting 6 hits in the first inning. And the 2-1. A nice breaking ball, but missing the zone by Struckmeyer. 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the second for Redmond. And the 3-1. That's sent up center field, going back, Clayton Jr., but called off by Jack Salmon in right for the first out. I'll bring up Chris Woodside, the catcher. First pitch he sees, that one's in the center field. Clayton Jr. tracking back. Can he make the catch? And he does. 2 quick outs by Struckmeyer, Salmon, and Clayton Jr. The left fielder from George Fox, Mason Gromwald. The righty two-face Struckmeyer for the first time here in the second. Gromwald sends one down. Third baseman Hoffman over to the first baseman Gomes. A tough pick. And advancing into second be Gromwald. It'll go down as an E5 on Jeff Hoffman. It was a tough play for Gomes at first. The throw came in shallow. So Gromwald in the scoring position at second after the error. I'll bring up Nick Prater. With 2 away and 1 scoring position now for Redmond. The first pitch inside Ridgefield. A heck of a start. Getting 3 runs off 6 hits in the first inning. And Redmond now have a run in scoring position to try to cut that deficit. And the 1-0 to Prater. Fouls it off the fastball to get strike 1. 1-1. Now Justin Stransky out to see Struckmeyer. Man who just completed his freshman year at Linfield. Had a good start. A couple quick outs here in the second inning in this non-league game between Ridgefield and Redmond. Still clear skies. Relatively warm here from Ridgefield. We'll let the count 1-1 to Nick Prater. On deck, Alex Greb. 1-1. Lays off the fastball for ball 2. Mason Gromwald at second. The 2-1. Breaking ball missing inside to the right-hander. 3-1. Prater, the DH in this contest, has Greb on deck. The 3-1. A late called strike to put the count to full for Nick Prater. He thought he had first. With 2 outs and a full count. And a swing and a miss by Nick Prater to end the inning. The second strikeout for Casey Struckmeyer to end the inning. We're heading to the bottom of the second. The top of the order coming up for Ridgefield.
Because Fairway's first team is ready to slide into home base.
Thank you to our proud sponsor, Holt Homes. Built for the Pacific Northwest. Be sure to check out our local sponsor, Holt Homes, new communities in Ridgefield. Learn more at holthomes.com. Also, I'd like to thank the Holiday Inn, the official hotel of the Ridgefield Raptors. Visit holidayinn.com to plan your next trip. And now, top of the second, be Jake Sakata. Sakata flew out in foul territory at third base in his first AB. Sakata takes a fastball up for ball 1. In case you're joining us late, 6 hits for the Raptors in the first inning. They're up by 3 over Redmond. Sakata to Paul at second. And over to Tupou at first for the first out. That will bring up Julian Nunez. Got the first hit in this game and extras. Got a double. He was driven in by Gomes behind. But he scored the first run in this contest. Takes a fastball up and away for ball 1. Taj Arona remains on the hill for Redmond. Now with 1 away. Count 1-0 to Nunez. Nunez, a big swing and a miss. Count 1-1. Tristan Gomes behind him on deck, and Isaac Lovings in the hole. Fastball in. 2-1 to Julian Nunez. Affiliation with Pepperdine. Shortstop for Ridgefield. And the 2-1. Fouled off the fastball, 2-2. But Nunez, first start for Ridgefield this season, making his impact felt early at the top of the order. The 2-2. Nunez, shallow center field, going back is Paul. Can Null get there? And he's died. A heck of a play by Noah Null in center field to record the second out. Ball flared up. Bring up Tristan Gomes, the lefty. Sees a fastball down the middle for strike 1. The RBI double in the first to drive in Nunez. With 2 outs. No balls and 1 strike. Gomes, a fastball outside for ball 1. Redmond, not part of the WCL. They play for the Pacific International League. This game not counting towards the postseason for either club. On the changeup. A little action on that pitch. For strike 2. Swing and a miss by Gomes. 1-2. Arona the pitch. That one's in the left field. Gromwald in left to make the catch and end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Taj Arona and Redmond. We're heading to the third. Ridgefield, they're still up 3-0 over Redmond.
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
RVs, boats, campers, trailers, if you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess, give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
Batter up for better banking. IQ Credit Union is here to take your finances to the big leagues. Stop by the Ridgefield branch and start your financial journey today. Better banking by IQ Credit Union. Struckmeyer here in the third inning will face 8, 9, and 1 of Redmond. Alex Greb, first man he will face. For strike one. The right fielder, Greb. Working quickly, Struckmeyer. Takes ball one. 1-1 the count. On deck, Nainoa Null. And in the hole, Clint Flippo. And the 1-1. Pitch missing outside to the righty. 2-1. Top of the third, 2-1 pitch. Grounded. Nunez at short. Over to first for the first out. That will bring up Nainoa Null. Man has played for Washington. The bottom of the order. Fastball missing the zone to the righty. 1-0. Non-league game between Redmond and Ridgefield. The 1-0 pitch. In for strike one. Maybe a little bit taken off by Struckmeyer. 1-1 the count. Null sees that one down the middle for strike two. The 1-2 pitch to Null. Null stays alive. For Ridgefield. Have a series with Edmonton coming up. And the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on center field. Clayton Jr. loses the cap but makes the catch. Null retired for the second out. And now the lineup will turn over for the first time for Redmond. With 2 outs here in the third. Clint Flippo has grounded out to third. Working quickly, Struckmeyer. Ball one, Flippo. On the year. 3 for 6 hitter. That pitch low, 2-0. The wind continuing to blow here from Ridgefield. Some of the past couple games. 2-0 the count to Flippo. Nice pitch by Struckmeyer. 2-1. Check swing to lay off of it. Force ball 3. Just checking with Joel Thompson on the bases, and he did not go around. So Flippo, 3 balls and 1 strike to count from Struckmeyer. Flippo fouls it off to send the count to full. With 2 away and a full count to Flippo. Flippo chops one. Hoffman from third swings in. Over to first to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Casey Struckmeyer. We're heading to the bottom of the third. The Raptors have a 3-run advantage.
Raptor fans, it's time to grab your cell phones and take some selfies.
Join us at Buffalo Wild Wings from 3 to 6 p.m. for food and beverages specials from $3 to $6. Thank you to our friends at Buffalo Wild Wings. Lovings to lead off for Ridgefield in the third. First pitch swinging, fouls it off in foul territory on the fastball, 0-1. And Lovings, the 2-run shot in the first to extend the advantage for Ridgefield, 2-3. The heart and the bottom of the order producing a lot early here for Ridgefield. Lovings quickly down the count, 0-2 against Taj Arona. The 0-2. Lovings, ball inside and in the dirt. Four, 5, and 6 due up here in the third for Ridgefield and Chris Cota. 1-2. Lovings chases the fastball outside of the zone for strike one. So he goes down swinging. Second strikeout for Arona in this ball game. Ridgefield up 3-0 over Redmond. Brings up Jeff Hoffman. Hoffman on the first pitch. Tips it back for strike one. Hoffman led a train of singles in the first inning. Stransky and Clayton Jr. after the single by Hoffman. 1-1 the count. Hoffman lines one right over the mitt of Tupou in the right field for a base hit. And 2 singles for Jeff Hoffman early here against Redmond. Brings up Justin Stransky. With Ridgefield looking for some more runs. They're up 3-0 with one away. Now of Jeff Hoffman after the single on first. Stransky had a single in the first inning. Takes a ball outside. Chris Cota flashing signs to Hoffman and Stransky. And the 1-0. Down low for ball 2. It's been a familiar trend for Ridgefield to score early the past couple games against Corvallis. Scored in the first couple innings, then lost a little bit of the mojo later in the game, unable to bring in runs. With the count 2-0 to Stransky. He fouls it off, 2-1. But already in the order with Nunez and Gomes getting activated today for Ridgefield. You can tell their bats will be a great asset moving forward for Chris Cota. 2-1 the count to Stransky. Takes ball 3 here in the non-league game against Redmond. One out. And the 3-1, Stransky foul down the third base line for a full count.
Let's give him some encouragement.
In the bottom of the third, one away. Hoffman at first. Payoff pitch, Stransky. Shallow left to fight the win. Banez. Also the shortstop, but Banez calls him off to grab the second out. It's no easy play with high fly balls here at the Rourke the past couple days. A nasty wind, especially in right field. That ball traveling such a far distance with that wind. But with 2 away, brings up Royce Clayton Jr. Had a base knock in the first. Takes a fastball up for ball 1. Hoffman remains at first. 1-0 the count. Clayton Jr. taking ball 2. Already 7 hits for Ridgefield in this ball game. The 2-0. Clayton Jr. on the fastball, swing and a miss. Two and 1. That one's chopped to Flippo at short. Over to the second baseman to end the inning. We're heading to the 4th here from the Rourke. The Ridgefield Raptors, a strong start. They got 3 in the bottom of the first, and they're still up 3-0 over Redmond.
I call myself a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, less wide tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets.
Hurry in and save up to $200 on a set of 4 tires, plus get an extra $50 off with financing. Limited time offer while supplies last. Terms and conditions apply. Details at flashmob.com/save.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952.
Austin Paul leading off for Redmond in the 4th inning. Ridgefield up by 3 runs. Paul sees fastball for strike 1. Paul has a walk in the 1st inning against Struckmeyer, who remains on the hill for Ridgefield. That one's lined right under the legs of Struckmeyer in the center field for a leadoff single for Austin Paul. Paul getting the first knock in this ball game for Redmond to bring up Nick Banez, who has struck out in the first. First pitch he sees, that's sent on. Center field, Clayton Jr., can he get there? Overplayed it. Ball at the wall. Paul at third, going home. It's going to be close, but slides in. Austin Paul turning on the burners around 2nd and 3rd to score the first run for Redmond. As Nick Banez gets into the 2nd station. That'll be scored as a hit for Nick Banez. The 2nd and the back-to-back hits for Redmond. Chandler Tupou stands in, takes strike 1. Redmond getting their first run here in the 4th with no outs. Banez at 2nd in the 0-1. Sent up. Tracking back Hoffman from 3rd. Foul territory for the first out. I'll bring up Chris Woodside. After Austin Paul in this inning got a single, but some aggressive running by Paul to score a run for Redmond. It's 3-1 Ridgefield. First pitch to Woodside. Fastball inside from Struckmeyer. Woodside flew out to center field in the second inning. Fastball strike to Woodside, 1-1. Here's Nick Banez at second. On deck, Gromwald. The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, right field. Salmon fights the win for the second out and advancing in the third. Banez slides in. Banez advancing to third. 90 feet away from the second run for Redmond here in the fourth inning. Brings up Mason Gromwald. Reached on an error in the second inning. Takes a fastball high for ball one. Clayton Jr. shading to right field, the center fielder. That's lined into center field. Can Clayton Jr. recover? And he does. A heck of a play, laying out to make the catch right at the warning track. Royce Clayton Jr. flashing the leather to end the inning. A great play by number 13 by Ridgefield. Redmond, they get a run in the fourth, but we're heading to the bottom of the fourth inning. Ridgefield, they're up 3-1.
Ridgefield Raptors are back. The Ridgefield Raptors 2023 season starts June 1st at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex in Ridgefield, Washington. The Raptors are Southwest Washington's home team and a great place to visit each summer with family and friends. Come out for some affordable family entertainment and enjoy the sights and sounds of baseball and Southwest Washington baseball at its best. Head to ridgefieldraptors.com for schedule and ticket information.
Harbor Food Service is proud to be a preferred food supplier and partner of the Ridgefield Raptors. Harbor Food Service. A Spencer Siegel leads off for Ridgefield in the 8-hole. Siegel, first pitch swinging. Shallow right, looking like Austin Paul. No, called off by Alex Greb in right field. Makes the catch to record the first out. Spencer Siegel retired on the first pitch. Brings up Jack Salmon in the 9-hole. The advantage for Ridgefield. 2 runs. Salmon takes ball 1 from Taj Arona. With 1 away, the 1-0. Quickly ahead in the count, 2-0. Jack Salmon, he has flew out to left field in the first inning. As the shadows get longer here from the Rourke. 3 straight balls for Jack Salmon. Salmon lines 1 to the second baseman, Paul. Can he recover? A nice play from Austin Paul at second base to record the second out. Now the lineup will turn over for the second time. We'll see Jake Sakata here in the bottom of the fourth. And there is action in the Redmond bullpen. Taj Arona getting the nod here in this non-league game.
Here's number 14, Jake Sakata.
Sakata fastball outside, 1-0. With 2 outs, Sakata today 0 for 2. 2 quick balls missing to the left-handed hitter. Check that, count 1-1. Two and 1 the count to Sakata. Here in the fourth, Ridgefield up 3-1 over Redmond. Sakata to the third baseman, past the glove of Banez for a base hit in the left field. And a 2-out single by Jake Sakata. Bring up Julian Nunez. Nunez, first appearance in a Raptor uniform this year. Started off with a bang in the first, a double. He was then retired in the second. Takes first pitch, ball from Taj Arona. Score 3-1 Ridgefield here on a rare Monday night. Now in sent, right field, Greb fights the win, make the catch to retire the side. Quick inning by Taj Arona and Redmond. Through 4 innings, Ridgefield still up 3-1 over Redmond.
I call myself a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, less wide tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets.
Hurry in and save up to $200 on a set of 4 tires, plus get an extra $50 off with financing. Limited time offer while supplies last. Terms and conditions apply. Details at flashshop.com/sale.
2022 West Coast League.
We'd like to remind you that your local Taco Bells are proud sponsors of the Raptors. Be ready for a free taco coupon anytime the Raptors strike out 7 or more hitters at a home game. Let's hear it. Taco, taco, taco. Through 4 innings here from Leroy, Struckmeyer has 2 punch-outs. He'll face Nick Prater to lead things off for Redmond. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Prater sends one right in front of Stransky and over to first. Prater retired on the first pitch. So 1 up, 1 down to bring up Alex Greb. Ridgefield still up 3-1 over Redmond. Greb, right field, Salmon moving forward for the second out. 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the 5th inning. That brings up Nainoa Nall. The center fielder this afternoon has flew out to center. The 1-0 sent right into the legs of Struckmeyer. Scooped up Sukata. Did he make the play? He did not in time. A heck of an effort from the second baseman. Just need a fraction of a second more. And I know Null reaches with the infield single to have the lineup turn over. Clint Flippo 0 for 2 through 4 innings. 2 away. First pitch over the head of the shortstop. 1-0. And I know Null at first. Count 1-0 to Clint Flippo. Breaking ball and a thing of beauty for strike one. One and one to count to Clint. Check swing. And checking in with bases umpire Joel Thompson. It will be strike two, 1-2 to Clint Flippo. One and two the count. Flippo gets rung up. Flippo goes down on strikes to retire the side. The third strikeout by Casey Struckmeyer. We're heading to the bottom of the fifth here from the Rourke. Ridgefield up 3-1 over the Dudes.
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference. Ridgefield Raptors are back. The best summer affordable family entertainment in Southwest Washington. Come see College Woodbat Baseball in Ridgefield this summer. Bring your family or group to a game and enjoy a spectacular setting in Southwest Washington. Go to ridgefieldraptors.com for schedule and ticket information.
Bottom of the fifth inning here from the Rourke in a non-league game between the Redmond Dudes and the Ridgefield Raptors. Leading off will be Tristan Gomes. He'll face a new pitcher on the mound for Redmond, Casson Matson. First pitch from Matson. Gomes fouls it off the fastball, 0-1. Gomes, along with 6 other Raptors, had a hit and got to extras. A double for Gomes in the first. 1 for 2 today. It takes strike 2 against Cass Matson, the right-handed pitcher now on the mound. 0-2. Takes ball one. Does Tristan Gomes. Leadoff batter at a 1-2 count. 2-2. Gomes, Lovings, and Hoffman due up here in the 5th inning for Ridgefield. Count even at 2 to the leadoff batter, Gomes. And Gomes goes down on strikes. A nice pitch from Matson to get the first out here in the 5th. Now we'll have a pinch hitter for Isaac Lovings. It'll be Cole Sheehan with one away here in the 5th. Ridgefield up by 2 runs. Sheehan takes a fastball strike, 0-1. Sheehan, we saw him yesterday as the catcher for Chris Cota. He's able to work 3 walks in that contest. 1-1 the count. Sheehan fouls off the fastball, 1-2. Here in a non-league game between Redmond and Ridgefield. Ridgefield capitalizing early with 6 hits in the first. Got up to a 3-0 advantage. The advantage now at 3-1. And Sheehan to the shortstop, the backhand flippo. A tough play. Really no chance for the man at short, Clint Flippo. And Sheehan gets an infield single, the 9th hit for Ridgefield in this game. That brings up Jeff Hoffman. He's 2 for 2 today. A pair of singles from the man from the Modesto area in California. Takes a fastball outside of the zone for ball 1 with 1 away. Ridgefield looking for some more runs here in this non-league game against Redmond. Hoffman quickly ahead, 2-0. Matson, the first reliever to be used by Redmond in this contest. Sheehan on first, 1 away, count 2-0. Hoffman fouls it off, 2-1. Hoffman looks to Chris Cota down the third base line. 2-1 the count. On deck, Justin Stransky. Hoffman, line drive, left field, but going foul. Two and two the count. Clear skies from Ridgefield. I feel like we've been saying it every night, but strong winds off the left. They've calmed down compared to what they were in the afternoon. Hoffman at a 2-2 count. Fouls it off. The fastball. Ridgefield up 3-1 over Redmond here in this Monday game. 2-2. Hoffman, right field, going back, grab. Is it enough? At the wall, grab, drops the ball, unable to make the catch at the track. Sheehan told to stop by Chris Cota. And a double by Jeff Hoffman. He's 3 for 3 today. 2 singles and now a double for Jeff Hoffman, the third baseman. A heck of an evening so far for number 26. That brings up Justin Stransky with now 2 in scoring position as Ridgefield look to extend their advantage. With 1 away, Stransky nearly gets clipped on the back. 1-0. Sheehan, who pinch hit for Isaac Lovings, had a single, and Hoffman a double. Stransky takes strike 1 on the fastball. Bottom of the 5th, Raptors by 2 runs. Another fastball strike from Matson. Royce Clayton Jr. on deck for Ridgefield. Count 1-2. Stransky center field. Null makes the play for the second out, tagging up Sheehan. And comes on in for the 4th run for Ridgefield. The sac fly by Justin Stransky to drive in Cole Sheehan. Ridgefield up 4-1 over Redmond. Jeff Hoffman stays put at second to bring up Royce Clayton Jr. With 2 away. Clayton Jr. fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Ridgefield took their home opener and season opener against Cowlitz on Thursday. Trying to get back in their winning ways. Clayton Jr. fouls it off. Quickly down the count, 0-2. Tomorrow, we'll be facing Edmonton for their second WCL Series of the year here at the Rourke to complete their homestand. It'll be games 6, 7, and 8 to start the year here at the Rourke. The 0-2. Sent up, center field. Going after it is Null. Maybe Greb calls him off. But no, the center fielder Null makes the catch to end the inning. Sheehan scores on the sac fly by Justin Stransky. Ridgefield up 4-1 over Redmond. Proactive Physical Therapy, conveniently located in Ridgefield, are the official physical trainers of the Ridgefield Raptors. Proactive has 16 locations throughout Southwest Washington and Oregon, with highly trained experts to help take back your health and get you back to the life you love. There is a new pitcher on the mound for Ridgefield here as we head to the 6th inning from the Rourke. He'll be Braden Yukon. Saw Yukon in relief in Game 2 against Corvallis. Yukon in that outing, throwing 1 inning, giving up 2 runs, but none of them being earned. A nice quality action from Casey Struckmeyer here in this non-league game, who started the contest for Ridgefield. Going 5 innings, giving up 3 hits and only 1 run. will be Braden Yukon, the man in command for Ridgefield. He'll face Austin Paul to lead off for Redmond. The first pitch to Austin Paul from Yukon for strike one. Count 0-1 to Austin Paul. Pitch missing outside to the left-handed hitter, 1-1. Here's the shadows get longer from the Rorick. A non-league game against Redmond. 1-1 to Paul. Paul sends one left field, and that will be a leadoff base hit. But Paul going into second. So stretching that base hit, Paul does. And he gets to second station. Here's the leadoff batter. To bring up Nick Banez. Score 4-1 Ridgefield. Banez takes a high ball and inside. Banez is struck out, but also a single in the fourth. 1 for 2. But seeing Yukon for the first time. Time being called. We saw Austin Paul stretch that single to second base. Already today we saw him come around to score the lone run, whizzing around the base pads. But the count 1-0 to Nick Banez. So now Stransky goes to have a word with Yukon. And at this time, I'd like to thank the Port of Vancouver, USA, creating jobs and economic opportunity for more than 100 years. Count remains 1-0 to Banez. Banez fouls it off. 1-1. Stransky took that one, the catcher for Ridgefield, as Dave Radliff gives him a moment. As the trainers and Chris Cota come out to have a word and make sure their catcher is okay. Gives them the thumbs up. With Austin Paul at second. Stransky okay. Count will be 1-1 to Nick Banez. On deck, Chandler Tupou. Banez takes ball 2 on the breaking ball. 2-1 the count. Here in this non-league game. 2-1 the count. Banez takes ball 3 outside. With Redmond playing in the Pacific International League. And of course, Ridgefield, the WCL. The exhibition game essentially for the two clubs. Count 3-1 to Banez. Banez in the right field. That'll be a base hit. Will Paul try to come around? And he will stay put. Already seen him being aggressive, but that ball got past first baseman Gomes, and he will score. Austin Paul comes around to score yet again. The deficit now for Redmond to 2 runs. And it'll go down as an E3. Scoring on the error will be Austin Paul. That brings up Chandler Tupou. And Tupou, short dribbler. Sakata at second. Over to Gomes at first for the first out. But on that play, brings up Chris Woodside. As he now has Nick Banez at third. In this 4-2 game, Ridgefield up. Takes strike one on a ball with some action from Braden Yukon. With one out. Fastball missing, 1-1 from Yukon. Woodside 0 for 2 in this contest. 1-1 the count. Now it's sent center field. Clayton Jr. fights the win, records the second out, tagging up Banez. It's a 4-3 game. 2 runs being scored by Redmond here in the 6th. Brings up Mason Gromwald. Reached on air and flew out to center field. Now the base is empty and 2 outs for Gromwald. Breaking ball missing to the righty. 1-0. Count will be 1-1. To Mason Gromwald, playing left field today for Redmond. But now, this game, a 1-run affair. The 1-1 count. Nice breaking ball by Yukon. 1-2 to Gromwald. With 2 away, Yukon trying to get out of this inning. 1-2 pitch, sent foul. Today for Ridgefield, a different look compared to the last couple contests for Chris Cota. Julian Nunez, Tristan Gomes came available today and starting in the infield with the count at 1-2. Breaking ball missing. Count even at 2. Also, Spencer Siegel getting the nod in left field today for Chris Cota. With 2 outs, count even at 2 for Gromwald. Gromwald swinging a miss to end the inning. First strikeout for Braden Yukon after he came in to relieve. Casey Struckmeyer will be heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 1-run game here from the Rourke. Ridgefield up 4-3 over Redmond.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Schwab Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires. Things since 1952.
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
Spencer Siegel to lead off. Cassie Matson remains on the hill for Redmond. Siegel, first pitch swinging center field. Nall going back. First pitch and 1 out for Redmond here in the bottom of the 6th. That brings up Jack Salmon. Salmon today 0 for 2. Flew out to left grounded out to second base. Ridgefield up 4-3 over Redmond. One away. Salmon breaking ball for strike one. Salmon takes a fastball down low. 1-1 to the left-handed hitter. Hailing from Newport Beach, California. 1-1. Takes ball two outside. The top of the order looms for Ridgefield. Jake Sakata on deck with one out. The bottom of the sixth. Salmon fastball takes down low. The 3-1. Salmon fouls it off. Full count. Redmond get 2 runs in the top of the sixth to make this a 1-run ball game. With one away, full count for Jack Salmon. Salmon swinging a miss and goes down on strikes. Salmon retired for the second out. To bring it, Jake Sakata. Sakata 1 for 3 today. Last plate appearance, a single in the 4th inning. Fastball strike by Matson. 0-1. Sakata takes ball one. Count even. 1-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. The non-league game between Redmond and Ridgefield. Sakata, slow roller. Scooped up by Tupou over to their pitcher, Matson. And 3 up, 3 down here in the 6th inning. We'll head to the 7th. Still a 1-run ball game. We'll have a fun one closing here at the Rourke when we return.
RVs, boats, campers, trailers. If you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess. Give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
Prater to lead off for Redmond here in this 1-run ball game, top of the 7th. UConn remains on the hill. Prater takes strike 1 from UConn. But Andy Allenson, the new catcher for Ridgefield. And the 0-1 to Prater. Prater lines one right over the mitt of Nunez at short. In the left center field and going around first into second for an easy double to lead off the inning, Nick Prater. A fast start for Redmond. will pinch runner come in. Reed Brock will be on second. Prater getting aboard with the double deep in the left center field to bring up Alex Greb. This one-run contest here in the 7th. Greb takes ball 1. The shadow's getting longer here from the Rourke. Count 1-0 to Greb. Breaking ball from UConn missing. Nick Prater, the DH. The double to start the inning for Redmond. That's Reed Brock running for him at second, representing the tying run here in this contest. And there's strike 1 from Braden Yukon against Greb. Greb batting in the 8-hole. Nainoa Null on deck. And Clint Flippo in the hole with no outs here in the top of the 7th. Greb takes ball 3, 3-1. With action in the Ridgefield bullpen. Joe Schwab and Dylan Rush on tap for Tyler Raskin. 3-1 to Greb. Greb sends one. Sakata at second base, but that'll be a base hit in right field. Rounding third. Prater cruises in. We're tied at 4. An RBI single by Alex Greb to tie up this contest. And now in the 9-hole, Nainoa Null. And now UConn with no outs. Has one aboard after 1 run being scored. Strike 1 against Null. But for Ridgefield, scoring early. And Redmond get themselves back in this game. Count 0-1 to Null. In this non-league game, both clubs now at 4 runs. 1-1 to Nainoa Null. Null in a left center field for a base hit, maybe some extras, and he will go to second base. Will grab around third. He'll stay put. And a double for Nainoa Null. Here in the 7th inning, and 2 runners in scoring positions with no outs, and a run being scored already by Redmond here in the 7th. Now at the top of the order, well, the pinch hitter, but also Tyler Raskin going out to the mound. Angus Gilligan to pinch hit for Flippo at the top of the order. But Tyler Raskin, the pitching coach for Ridgefield, out to the hill. As now UConn will face the top of the order, giving up 3 consecutive hits. Starting with Prater, Greb, and then Null. Both Prater and Null going for extras in this tied game. The Raptors to this point, 10 hits, 8 hits on the flip side for Redmond. But Angus Gilligan pinch hitting. He's 2 in scoring position and no outs here in the 7th. First pitch, Gilligan sends one down to Hoffman. And over to first for the first out. And the runners stay put. And a big first out for UConn and Ridgefield. brings up Austin Paul. He's 2 for 2 along with a walk. Grab at third, Null at second. First pitch ball to Austin Paul. Tied game, 4 runs for each team. Count 1-0. Paul fouls it off to start this game. Ridgefield 3 runs in the first. Redmond got a run back in the fourth, but 2 runs last inning and a run here in the 7th. 1-1 to Austin Paul. Paul right over the head of UConn. 1 run will score, and 2 runs will score. A 2 RBI single by Austin Paul. Now Redmond find themselves on top by 2 runs as Chris Cota will go out to the mound and retrieve a new arm from the bullpen. Likely either Joe Schwab or Dylan Rush. But we'll have a new pitcher coming in, and Redmond now find themselves up 6-4 over the Ridgefield Raptors. Yard and Garden Land is a local family-owned business bringing you everything you need for your garden and home for over 50 years. Thank you to our friends at Yard and Garden Land for being sponsors of the Ridgefield Raptors. The new arm on the mound will be actually Camden Orem for Ridgefield, as now Redmond find themselves up 6-4 after the single by Austin Paul here in the 7th inning. We'll face Nick Banez, the first opposition for Orem. We've seen Orem defensively playing on the infield for Chris Cota, but also an option out of the arm for Tyler Raskin. We saw him game 2 against Corvallis last, going 2 2/3. Solid work, giving up 2 hits and only 1 run against a tough Corvallis team. But he will inherit 1 runner on first. That'll be Austin Paul. Here in the 6-4 game, Redmond on top in this non-league matchup. Both these teams trying to get set for their further league contests coming up later this week. The Raptors will host Edmonton for their second WCL series tomorrow night. It'll be games 6, 7, and 8 of their homestand to start this 2023 season. But Camden Orem, 1 away. Austin Paul at first, face Nick Banez. Banez, first pitch swinging. Oh and 1. Banez takes ball 1 today. Banez 2 for 3. Struck out, but 2 base hits in the 4th and 6th inning. He has a 1-1 count against Camden Orem. Pitch from Orem over to Nunez. This might be 2, and there's 1. at first, not in time, but the Raptors get one as Paul is thrown out at second for the second out. As Nick Banez reaches on the fielder's choice. Three runs being scored in the seventh by Redmond to take the advantage. Now the first baseman, Tupou. Ball one for Chandler today. He's 0 for 3. Flying out to right. Third base and grounding out to second base. Count 1-0. And there's ball two by Orem. 2 outs here in the seventh. Runner goes. Throw from Allenson. It's a good one. Can he make the tag? Cannot. Stolen bag for Nick Banez. Now the count will be 2-1. Now 2 away. Banez in scoring position for Chandler Tupou. Tupou swinging a miss for strike 2. Orem trying to send it to the bottom of the seventh. 2-2. That one's sent to Sakata at second. Over to first to end the inning. Redmond, they get 3 runs in the seventh inning. They have a 2-run advantage now over Ridgefield as we head to the bottom of the seventh here from the Rourke.
Ridgefield Raptors are back. The Ridgefield Raptors 2023 season starts June 1st at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex in Ridgefield, Washington. The Raptors are Southwest Washington's home team and a great place to visit each summer with family and friends. Come out for some affordable family entertainment and enjoy the sights and sounds of baseball and Southwest Washington baseball at its best. Head to ridgefieldraptors.com for schedule and ticket information.
RVs, boats, campers, trailers. If you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess. Give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
Julian Nunez leading off for Ridgefield. Bottom of the seventh inning. Matson remains on the mound for Redmond. First pitch ball to Nunez. Nunez today 1 for 3 with a double in the first. Quickly ahead in the count, 2-0 over Casson Matson. Nunez, fastball down the middle for strike 1, 2-1. It's a non-league matchup tonight between Redmond and Ridgefield. Fouled off the fastball, 2-2. Few bodies up in the bullpen for Redmond. Matson, the second reliever after Taj Arona got the start today for the Dudes. With the count 2-2, Nunez. Nunez goes down on strikes for the first out. Brings up Tristan Gomes, batting third for Chris Cota. On deck, Cole Sheehan. One away. Gomes, fastball, missing upstairs. Swing and a miss on that pitch. 0-1. Ball 2 in the dirt. Gomes, like Nunez, the man before him, 1 for 3 with a double in the first. The two new boys on the block for Ridgefield. And the 1-1. Gomes, swing and a miss on the fastball. With 1 away, the first baseman, Gomes, at a 1-2 count. Gomes, he strikes out just like Nunez for the second out. With 2 outs, brings up Sheehan. Isaac Loving's got the start as the DH in the 4th position of the lineup. But it will be Sheehan. And Isaac Loving's 2-run home run in the first. But now 2 outs for Cole Sheehan. Sheehan fouls off the first fastball as the shadows get longer here from the Rourke. Not as cold as previous nights. Just about 8:20 local time. Sheehan takes ball 1. Jeff Hoffman on deck for Ridgefield. Redmond up 6-4 over the Raptors. Fastball missing from Matson. 2-1. Sheehan has a single. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball missing in to the lefty. Three in, 1. It's number 11. Sheehan fouls it off. Full count with 2 outs. The wind continues to blow in from left field here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. The payoff pitch to Cole Sheehan. Sheehan takes ball 4 and reaches first base. And Sheehan yesterday had 3 walks with a hit today. Now works a walk against Matson. To bring up Jeff Hoffman. And Hoffman today, 3 for 3 with the double. With 2 outs, Sheehan at first. Fastball way to the right of Woodside, but he makes the nab. But the count will be 1-0. Hoffman to Paul, gets past him into right field. And a base hit for Jeff Hoffman, and he remains perfect on the night. 4 for 4 for number 26, Jeff Hoffman. And brings up Andy Allenson. Came in and replaced Justin Stransky. And now Ridgefield looking to respond. They trail by 2 with 2 outs and 2 aboard. Sheehan now at second. Allenson hacking at a fastball high in the zone. 0-1. Allenson batting as a lefty. And the 0-1, another fastball. Swing and a miss. Quickly down the count. 0-2. Sheehan at second. Hoffman after his 4th hit of the night at first. Oh and 2 to Allenson. Matson has a fastball missing out to the lefty. 1 and 2. Ridgefield looking for some runs. Allenson swinging a miss to strike out for the 3rd out. We're going to the 8th inning. Redmond, they retain a 2-run advantage over the home Ridgefield Raptors. We're going to the 8th.
I call myself a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, less wide tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets.
Hurry in and save up to $200 on a set of 4 tires, plus get an extra $50 off with financing. Limited time offer while supplies last. Terms and conditions apply. Details at flashmob.com/sale.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952.
Camden Orem remains on the hill for Ridgefield. The Redmond Dudes up 6-4 over the home Raptors. And Orem will face Chris Woodside to start off the 8th inning. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Dudes. First pitch from Orem. Woodside fouls that off his right leg for strike 1. Woodside today has flew out twice and also a sac fly. A nice breaking ball from Orem, just missing the zone, but 1-1 to Chris Woodside. A called strike 1-2 by Camden Orem. Orem looking to hold this deficit to give his team a chance to come back. And the 1-2. That's sent over to Nunez at short. A little bobble, but can't recover in time. Go down as an E6 on Julian Nunez. And the leadoff batter, Woodside, gets aboard. That's the 3rd error committed by Ridgefield in this contest, and that's something that has plagued the defense for the Raptors. That brings up Jake Smith, the pinch hitter. Takes a fastball strike. Pinch hitting for Grownwall is Smith. Now 1 aboard. Breaking ball, check swing, but a called strike. Nice pitch by Orem. Pinch hitter Smith quickly down the count. One and 2. Jake Smith after the error and Woodside reaching at first base. But no outs here in the top of the 8th. Redmond a 2-run advantage. The 1-2. Orem rings up Jake Smith, the pinch hitter, for a big first out. Now that brings up Reed Brock. Saw him come in to run for Prater earlier in this contest, but will record his first AB. Takes ball 1. Nice pitch from Orem, 1-1. Had some action on it, working away from the right-handed hitter. Orem looking for a big second out. Pitch missing low and away, 2-1. Woodside got aboard via an error. Fastball strike against Reed Brock. Two and two the count. With a 1 away here in the top of the 8th. A 2-run game, Redmond on top. And Reed Brock goes down looking. 2 back-to-back Ks by Camden Orem. That brings the pitching staff total of strikeouts to 6 on the day. With a new pinch hitter coming in. Sent up right field. Jack Salmon, foul territory. Unable to make the play. Count will be 0-1. Booker Youch on deck, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 8th, Redmond, a 2-run advantage. Pickoff play back. At first to Woodside, check on him. Fans in attendance looking to go home with some free Taco Bell tacos. When the Ridgefield pitchers strike out 7, we're at 6. Count will be 0-1. 2 outs. And another strike. 0-2. And the fans here at the Rourke loving it. They want some free tacos. Orem looks in with 2 away. Count 0-2. Look to go with the fastball, but missing high. Redmond up 6-4 here in the top of the 8th. The 1-2. Just missing, a little off speed by Orem. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch sent on the third base line. Hoffman off the backhand over to first for the 3rd out. A nice play by Jeff Hoffman at 3rd with the backhand. And over to Gomes at first to end the inning. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Redmond, they still have a 2-run advantage over Ridgefield. The Port of Vancouver, USA, creating jobs and economic opportunities for more than 100 years here in Southwest Washington. The Port of Vancouver. Britton Beeson leading off in the bottom of the 8th as Ridgefield, they're trailing by 2 runs. Looking to get them back with Britton Beeson leading off. Beeson takes ball 1 inside to the righty. Matson remains on the bump. Fastball outside. Ball 2 for Britton Beeson. Spencer Siegel on deck. Jack Salmon in the hole. 7-8-9 here in the 8th. And 3 straight balls by Matson here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The 4th pitch by Matson. That one's down the middle for strike 1. In this contest, Ridgefield got off to a strong start early, putting up 3 runs in the 1st. Now gave up some runs to Redmond. They're down by 2. And Beeson over to Paul at second. And there's the first out. To bring up Spencer Siegel in the 8 hole. 0 for 3 today with 1 out. Siegel lines one in the center field for a base hit. And a timely hit by Spencer Siegel to get aboard with 1 away as his team trails by 2 runs here in this non-league game against Redmond. Now the lefty, Jack Salmon, steps in. Like Siegel, 0 for 3. Pitch from Matson. Sent down the first base line. Over to Tupou, the first baseman, and touched the first base bag for the second out. Siegel is able to advance to the second station. But the line will turn over here in the 8th for Jake Sakata. It's 1 for 3. With 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th, Ridgefield trail by a pair. Sakata base hit, try to drive in Siegel. First pitch missing to Jake. Count 1-0 to Sakata. Sakata sends it back into the netting for strike 1 off the fastball. 1-1. Julian Nunez stands on deck for Ridgefield. 1-1. Sakata back in the netting yet again. 1-2. Two outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Ridgefield trailing by 2 runs. Siegel on second base for the Raptors. 1-2 pitch. Fastball missing away. 2-2. The righty-lefty matchup for Sakata. The shadows get even longer. Approaching sunset with the 2-2 pitch. Sakata. Good pitch and a good, even better take by Jake. Full count. In the bottom of the 8th. 2-run ball game. Ridgefield trailing by 2. Payoff pitch. Sakata lays off of it. Able to get to first. And a heck of a plate appearance by Jake Sakata. to get aboard. Now that brings the go-ahead run to the plate of Julian Nunez. And Nunez 1 for 4, but his first AB as a Raptor. A double deep in center field. Now 2 aboard and 2 outs. We will have a mound visit from Redmond. They have had bodies warming up in the bullpen. Casson Matson has been on the hill after he relieved Taj Orona, who got the start today for Redmond. But Julian Nunez, affiliation with Pepperdine. Great to see him in his first AB in Raptors uniform this season, lacing down a double. He did come around to score after he was driven in by Tristan Gomes. And Matson, he will remain on the mound. Two away. Bring up Julian Nunez, representing the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 8th. Nunez, fastball down the middle, 0-1. Siegel at second, Sakata at first. The 0-1. One and one the count. On deck, Tristan Gomes. 1-1 to Nunez. Fouls it off for strike 2. Nunez trying to put something in play. Give an opportunity at least to Siegel in second base to come around. As Ridgefield trailing by 2. One ball and 2 strikes to Julian Nunez as Matson steps off. And with 2 outs. 1 and 2. Nunez lets that pitch fly by him. And a good take, 2 and 2. Fastball just missing inside to the righty. Two away, 2-2 pitch. Full count. Tristan Gomes on deck. Siegel at second, Sakata first. 2 outs, payoff pitch. And there's a walk by Julian Nunez to load the bases. Back-to-back walks by Matson. And Redmond will go to the bullpen for the second time in this contest. Ridgefield will have the bases loaded, 2 outs, stage set for Tristan Gomes when we return. Our partners at Safeway and Albertsons are proud to make a donation from their Nourishing Neighbors. Our programs at Safeway and Albertsons are proud to be sponsors of the Ridgefield Raptors. Thank you, Safeway and Albertsons, for your donations and helping the communities here in Southwest Washington. Well, here in the bottom of the 8th, Ridgefield got the advantage early in the first, but a slew of runs in the 6th and 7th inning by Redmond. And the Dudes have the advantage, but with the bases loaded and 2 outs, the stage will be set for Tristan Gomes. Gomes today playing in his first game in a Raptors uniform. In his first AB, sent an RBI double into the outfield. Since then, he has flew out to left and struck out twice. He will face the new arm on the mound, Ryan Wyke. Lefty Gomes trying to drive in some runs. Siegel at third and Sakata at second in scoring position. Ridgefield, they trail by 2. First pitch ball to Tristan Gomes. One and 0 the count. The new pitcher, Ryan Wyke. Gomes fouls it back. 1-1. Gomes trying to put something in play. With Ridgefield trailing by a pair. The bases loaded and 2 outs. 1-1. Gomes, a slow dribbler. No, send it off, foul off himself. 1-2. As the wind's slowing down here from the Rourke, still coming off the left, but not nearly what it was prior to first pitch. But 1-2 for Gomes, bases loaded with 2 outs. Gomes on the 1-2 pitch. Slow roller to Banez at third. Scoops it up. And a nice play to first to end the inning. And Gomes grounds out after Ridgefield leave the bases loaded. Will be heading to the 9th inning. Redmond, they have a 2-run advantage over Ridgefield.
Ridgefield Raptors are back. The Ridgefield Raptors 2023 season starts June 1st at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex in Ridgefield, Washington. The Raptors are Southwest Washington's home team and a great place to visit each summer with family and friends. Come out for some affordable family entertainment and enjoy the sights and sounds of baseball and Southwest Washington baseball at its best. Head to ridgefieldraptors.com for schedule and ticket information.
Rutger Yauch to lead off in the 9th. Orem on the mound still for Ridgefield. The first pitch ball to Yauch. Yauch in the 9-hole. Gilligan and Paul do up to third. Hoffman fields it over to first for the first out. So 1 up, 1 down. Camden Orem trying to give his team a chance in the bottom of the 9th. Ridgefield trailing by 2 runs here at the Rourke. Non-league game against the Redmond Dudes. It's Angus Gilly again. Strike 1 by Orem. Pitch missing, 1-1. To Angus Gilligan. And the 1-1. Fast pitch missing from Orem. With 1 down. 6 strikeouts by the staff for Ridgefield. The 2-1, 2-2. And the fans in attendance looking for that 7th strikeout. When the Ridgefield Raptors pitching staff strike out 7, fans in attendance go home with free Taco Bell tacos. 2-2 to Angus. And tacos here at the Rourke. Gilligan goes down swinging for the 7th strikeout for the pitching staff for Ridgefield. But that strikeout, more importantly, for out number 2. Orem trying to send his team with only a 2-run deficit to the 9th. And there's strike 1 to Austin Paul. Check that. Kai Kimota. 1-1. Kimota in the second position, replacing Austin Paul with 2 outs. And the 1-1 missing high, the fastball, 2-2. (6-4) Redmond, the 2-1. Fastball missing for ball 3. Kimata on the 3-1 inside. Swing and a miss, full count. With 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Payoff pitch. Kimoto stays alive with Redmond up by 2 runs. Orem has gotten 2 outs for Ridgefield. Trying to keep this 2-run deficit going into the home half of the 9th. Payoff pitch. Nice pitch, but missing. And a 2-out walk to Kimoto. Let's bring up the third baseman, Nick Banez. Now has Kimoto at first with 2 outs. Now one's lined. Sakata off the line drive makes the catch for the 3rd out. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. Ridgefield, they're trailing by 2 runs. Can they come back? We'll find out after this.
At Dick Hanna Dealerships, a lot has changed during our 70-plus years in the car business. But we're most proud of what hasn't changed. We're still local, still family-owned, and driven by our core values like honesty, loyalty, and dedication to our customers. We're also proud to support the communities that our hardworking employees live in. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice.
Grab up any garbage or recycling.
Here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Leading off will be Cole Sheehan. Ridgefield trail by a pair. First pitch to Sheehan. Missing outside for ball one. Ryan Wyke remains on the bump. 1-0 to Sheehan, trying to get aboard. Sheehan, line drive in center field. Null going back. Records the first out. Sheehan flies out to center field for the first out, and Ridgefield down to 2 outs as they trail by a pair. Now non-league game against the Redmond Dudes. Hoffman, Iceman today, 4 for 4. Breaking ball, finds the zone by Wyke. Takes the ball inside, 1-1. An extra base hit as well for Hoffman, getting to second. With 1 away and 1-1 the count. Hoffman, big hop to Angus Gillian at short. Safe, pulling Tupou off the bag at first. Jeff Hoffman gets aboard for an infield single, and Jeff Hoffman 5 for 5 today. And a big 1-out single here in the bottom of the 9th, bringing the tying run to the plate to bring up the switch hitter, Andy Allenson, batting as a lefty. And Allenson takes ball 1 outside. A big single by Hoffman to get aboard. 1-0. Allenson, center field, got under it. Noah Null to record the second out. And now, Ridgefield down to their final out. Hoffman at first. And Britton Beeson batting in the 7-hole. Representing the tying run as Ridgefield down to their final out here against the Redmond Dudes. Beeson takes a ball low. Non-league game against the Dudes. Count 1-0 to Beeson. Beeson, a wild hack. Swinging out of the boots. 1-1. With 2 outs, 2 strikes to work with. Breaking ball missing outside by Ryan Wyke. Redmond up 6-4. Beeson trying to change that. Hoffman at first. Count 2-1. Beeson, center field. Nainoa Null to record the third and final out and end the game. 3 outs recorded by Null in center field here in the 9th inning. Redmond take this non-league game 6-4 over the Ridgefield Raptors. Raptors got 13 hits but unable to take this contest against the Redmond Dudes. But now the Raptors look towards tomorrow. They start a 3-game series, a WCL Conference League series against Edmonton. The boys flying in from Alberta, trying to regroup and reset for an important series against Edmonton. So as we close here, final score 6-4 in favor of the Redmond Dudes. Now we'd like to thank all the crew behind the scenes to make these games possible. Without their help, these broadcasts would not be possible. With that, for all the crew here and all the hardworking men and women from the Rourke, I'm Hunter Shoemake saying so long from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. We'll see you tomorrow night for Game 1 between Edmonton and Ridgefield. We'll see you then, folks.